Welcome to our third video on web scraping. So we've got our code up here and we can see clearly that we have managed to pull the data out of this web page for this first series of things. But at this stage, it's just collected all that particular data from that particular part of the web page. It's collected that. Now, if you want to know how I actually got to be able to see all of the different tags, etc., what I do is I right click in, and I'm using Chrome at the moment, and I right click and click on the word inspect. And when I do that, up here over on the side will come all the elements of the actual web page. So let's have a look at these elements for a second. So we are looking at the article class here, and within that article class, see these drop down arrows. You'll see I can drop down these arrows here, but see this within those arrows. If I click on here, I actually pick up everything that is in the actual Python tutorial heading and the date here. So you have a look at that, it's picked up the date. So clearly there's some stuff inside of that that I can actually get at. And if I hover over there, that's just picked up all the stuff that is to do with the actual Python tutorial notes, the article heading, I suppose. If I highlight that again, I can actually see it's down here. Now, we've seen this before, but it's good to see it again. I want you to take note that within the article, within the class called article, of the article class, there's a header, and within that header there's H2, and within the H2 is a reference, and there's and there's what we call an A class. So you've got the actual H2, which is to do with the sizing of the actual text. But then within that H2, we've got an A class. Now we can actually use that. So we've got H2 and A class there. Now, if I go over to my actual web scraping thing, what I can do is I can, let's just highlight, make this disappear. Anytime I put a hash before it, it grays it out, it becomes a comment. And the comment is read by the program as though it's not there. Okay, so we can use all sorts of comments in there. So I'm going to create a headline part, and I'm going to say that that is equal to article. So within the article class, it's actually going to look for the H2 class, and then within that it's going to look for the A tag, and then we're going to look for the text of that A tag. So now at that point, we'll call that headline just because we can. So the headline is equal to that article, which is all of that, plus the H2 class, which is to do with the heading, but it's specifically it's the A part of it. And if we go back to here, what I mean by that is we've got the article class. I could have also used header, then H2, then A class, but it's, as there is only one H2 in the whole of the article class, I can go straight to the H2, and then within the H2 there's the A class there. So if you see that, we've got article class, then the H2, then the A tag, and then text. And if I was to then print it, so we go print headline, I don't have to put text there anymore because I've put it up here. So before I used the print article.text, now I'm actually making sure that the headline is only text, and I'm going to print that. So if I run that, you'll just see the headline. There it is. Python tutorial zip files, creating and extracting zip archives. So now I've got right down to the very specific thing that I want to actually get to. So that is the next part of the tutorial, to do that. Now, I'm just going to put up this again, and you're to have a look, article, H2, and A class there. So you're looking at that. So I'm going to zoom up on that right now. You can have a look at that and try and understand that. But then I want you to follow the code from here to actually do that. So there's that A class again. And we'll see you next tutorial.